Hey everyone, it's Jen at Ink Paper Rubber. I got a Picket Fence studio order today. I wasn't really expecting it, so it was a nice surprise. They shipped very quickly. I got notification yesterday it was on its way, and it showed up today, so I wanted to be sure and share it with you. Of course, Picket Fence Studios is where we get these fabulous life-changing blender brushes. Grab one that's not in the package that you can see it. A lot of you have already seen these. We have shown them before. This isn't the first time we've gotten them in. I did a demo with them. We've had some classes with them. And if people come in and are interested in them, we let them try them out, and they always absolutely love them. These are great for doing ink blending. This background was done with a tailored expression stencil. They work great with stencils. This background was also done with a tailored expressions stencil. This is just an ink blended background. They really are wonderful, wonderful brushes. They generally sell out very quickly, and in fact, usually by the time I get them in, I've already had people that have snatched up what I have coming in. Right now, I do have the 10-piece set. It has got, I should have been a little more prepared for you here. It has these 4 background brushes in these 4 different sizes, and it also has 6 detail brushes in it. And I also got in a 6-pack of just the detail blender brushes. So maybe if you already have one of the bigger sets, this would be a good set to get. And people ask me why they might want those little detail brushes, why they just don't want to use these brushes. Those detail brushes are great. Like on this card, after I had done my background, I reverse masked my moon, and I used those little brushes so I could control where my color went. The same thing on this stencil. After I laid down my base color, I used the very smallest brush. It's a teeny, 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 tiny little brush. You can see it right here. And I use that to go in and add my shading on these tiles so I could really control where that ink went. So detail brushes actually are really quite handy. All right, off of the brushes and onto some stamp sets. I got some new sets in. We have some great C-related sets. This one is called A Bottomless Sea, and I absolutely love this big stamp down here with all of these bubbles. I just think that is so much fun, and you could use that on a lot of cards. And then there are also 3 sentiments on this set that come along with those bubbles. So a really nice set. This one I think is one of my favorites. I love this one. It's called On the Ocean, and it has 3 different stamps in it, and they are all kind of this swirly looking waves. I think you could actually use these not just for waves, but maybe even for wind or something like that. You have these 2 larger ones, and then you have this a little bit smaller one. This one is a little bit similar to that, but not quite the same. This one is called Ocean Waves. It's just a single stamp, and I really like that. And then also we have this stamp set that is called A Dose of Vitamin C, and that's C, S-E-A. And you can see we have the 2 fun whales on here. We have some fish, we have jellyfish, we have some splashes, some sentiments. There's even some seagulls on there. And so lots of fun things on that set as well. This set is one that we used in our Make and Take a couple of weeks ago. It's called My Dancing Improves, and we did get that back in. There is the Make and Take that we did with that. And if you are a wine lover, you might also want to check out this particular stamp set. It's called Sip Happens. And you can see here it has the lady with her glass of wine, and then it has a number of different sentiments on it. It's wine o'clock somewhere. Of course, sip happens. Wine is one of the few perks of being an adult. So that's a really fun little set. This was our Make and Take last week. Everyone really liked this one. We did this with this cute little set. It's called Kylie Boo. It has the little girl blowing her bubbles, and it has some sentiments on it. Have a bubbly day, which is the one that we used. We also used the happy birthday sentiment on the outside. but there are several other sentiments, and this was the card that we did with it. It was a fun pop-up card. So there's the outside, and there she is on the inside of the card. One of the lines from Picket Fence that has been really popular are their Beautiful Girl line, and in fact we used them in our Simply Cards class this week. This is one. This is Karen Girl. She's so cute there with her camera, and here is the card that we did. Just did a little bit of simple coloring. The coloring on these is really pretty easy. They have some nice detail in them that does a lot of the work for you, especially on the hair. There's a lot of shading already in there so that you don't have to do too much. This is another really pretty one that we used. This one is the Jordan Girl, and while you certainly could do coloring on her, we actually did not do any coloring. We just embossed her. We used some rose gold embossing powder and embossed her, and she came out really pretty. And we also got a new one in. This one, I really like her. I love her hair. This one is Sierra. You can see there's some flowers there in her hair, so I think she would be really fun to color. Last thing I wanted to show you is I did get in the die set. This is for a stamp set that we had called Sweet Dear Friend with the little girls, and if you happen to pick that up and are interested, there is a coordinating die set for that as well. I created a Pinterest board for Picket Fence, so you may want to go out to our Pinterest and check it out. It is just called Picket Fence, and I have added some of these cards in here, and I thought that I would just show a few of them to you right now. Here is one using the vitamin C set with that whale. Here is another one, really like this one as well, with some watercoloring done there in the background. Here is a different take on Kylie Boo. She is so cute there. She's been all colored in. She's adorable. And here is one with, I think this is Jordan, and you can see we did no coloring on here, but look how pretty it is with just a little bit of coloring there, some red for the flowers in her hair and on her lips and the butterfly. So you can do a lot of coloring or a little bit of coloring. It is up to you. Here is one with the new Sierra Girl. Look how pretty she is. So that is what we got in today. I hope if you're out and about, you'll stop by and check it out and see what's new. Hope you all have a great evening, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Goodbye.